Hi everyone, welcome to Inain's Forensic Classroom. I'm Inain and I'm here to take you on an exciting journey into the world of forensic science, the real science behind solving crimes, uncovering evidence, and delivering justice. So, in the last video, we discussed the principles of forensic science. Today, let's talk about something important that forms the backbone of our subject, the significance of forensic science. So, let's dive in, let's go point by point. So in this video, we'll be dealing with significance of forensic science. So forensic science plays a very important role in the criminal justice system. It helps us establish the guilt or the innocence of the suspect. So first point will be it helps to establish the guilt or innocence of a suspect. So scientific evidences like DNA, fingerprints, or blood can directly link a person to the crime scene, which can prove their innocence. Now, coming to the second point, think about what happens when there are no eyewitnesses to a crime. So, in such cases, forensic evidence becomes the only reliable source to investigate and prosecute. So, it helps us to solve crimes without eyewitnesses. And whether it's a trace of fiber, hair, or blood, each clue tells a story. The third significance would be it helps to identify the victims and suspects. So, in cases where human remains are decayed or are unrecognizable, forensic experts use DNA profiling. They use DNA profiling, dental records, or skeletal analysis in order to identify the individual. It also helps us to determine the gender, cause of the death, and even it can determine if foul play was involved. The fourth point is it helps to reconstruct the crime scenes. Reconstruct crime scenes. So forensic science actually helps in reconstructing the sequence of events, what happened, when it happened, how, and who was involved. So it answers our questions: what happened, when happened, how did it happen, and who was involved. Now, coming to the fifth point, forensic science is especially very important in sexual assault cases or the crimes involving drugs. Crucial in sexual or drug-related cases. Forensic toxicology, for example, it can reveal if someone was intoxicated or poisoned, and DNA recovered from a victim can confirm who was responsible for a sexual crime. It also helps in the weapon and ballistic analysis. So weapons are another area where forensics actually shines. Expert analyzes weapons, bullets, and their impacts. They can also determine the type of firearm, how many shots were fired, the trajectory, and even the position of the shooter. Then forensic science supports the judicial process. Forensic science actually helps to provide the unbiased and scientific evidence. It ensures that justice is served where the guilty is convicted while protecting the innocent. Forensic science promotes justice and it reduces bias. Since forensic science is actually based on facts and science and not on emotions or opinions, so it also reduces the chances of false accusations and it also helps in maintaining the justice and truth. It helps us link suspect to a crime scene, through fingerprints, DNA, bloodstains, and it also helps reconstruct the entire crime scene. But the importance doesn't actually end here. Let's not forget the world of cybercrime. So it solves the cyber and digital crimes, solves cyber and digital crimes. So in today's world, computer forensics actually plays a very important role. Experts can trace the IP addresses, they can recover the deleted data, and they can also solve hacking, fraud, and cyberbullying cases. Now, forensic science isn't limited to just criminal cases. It also assists in civil disputes. It's not just about the criminal cases. Forensics helps in civil cases, for example, paternity testing, inheritance issues, and document forgery, or even insurance frauds. Now, coming to the 11th point, forensic science contributes to crime prevention also. Crime prevention. It By studying the criminal patterns, forensic science actually helps law enforcement develop strategies in order to prevent the future crimes. It also contributes to profiling and understanding the criminal behavior. So yes, forensic science aids in crime detection and investigation. It also aids in and public security national and public security. So forensic science is crucial in fighting the terrorism, organized crimes, and cyber attacks. From analyzing explosives to identifying drugs or digital evidences, it helps us to protect the nation. Um, let's not forget its role in the medical and environmental field. So, forensic science also supports medical and environmental investigations in suspicious deaths. For forensic pathology can actually reveal the exact cause of death, and in environmental issues, forensics actually identifies pollutants or contaminants during the industrial or environmental crimes. Now, lastly, forensic science is a valuable tool for education and research. Forensic science helps train the next generation of professionals and researchers. It also advances new techniques, tools, and technologies that help in modern crime solving. So, in summary, forensic science is much more than lab coats and crime scenes. It's about justice, truth, protection, and progress. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video interesting, give it a like, share it with your fellow learners, and don't forget to subscribe to Inain's Forensic Classroom. If you have any questions, suggestions, or curious topics you want me to cover, drop them in the comments and I would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep observing, keep questioning, and remember, every clue tells a story. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.